All right, guys, out here with CEO of Essanté Organics, Michael Wenniger, out in Arizona, hanging with the crew. Wanted to talk a little bit more about gut health protocol today. The two products we're going to discuss now go hand in hand. It's going to be the daily digestive enzymes and the probiotic flora. So I'm going to let him take it away and tell you a little bit about those.
Thank you very much. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the daily digest enzymes and the probiotics because these go hand in hand. So, whenever anybody has an issue, from the worst disease in the world to anything in between, you just didn't wake up one day and go, "Whoa, how did that get there?" Because it just didn't get there. It's small increments of bad choices is how we get in ourselves into certain situations, right? And so we have to move ourselves backwards and then go forwards, right? So now this is going on with ourselves, whatever that might be, right? And it's only an imbalance. That's what I believe everything is, right? But before that happened, trust me, then this was going on, okay? Before that was going on, then something else was happening, right? Before that, you had inflammation. Well, you may not have known you had inflammation, but you had inflammation, and the only way you could ever get inflammation is because you had a bad immune system. You had a degraded immune system. And the only way that that immune system could ever get damaged is by having a bad gut. So all disease starts in the gut. So now we know that. So what do? We have to get the gut right. So our gut was right when we were like 12, 14, 15 years old. It did what it was supposed to do by itself. All right? And then sooner or later we have to start taking responsibility. So by the time a person reaches the age of 35 to 42 years old, you lose 50% of your digestive capabilities, and then every 10 years after 40, you're going to lose another 10% more. So if you're a 60-year-old person, you're only operating on 30%. And if you're not doing anything about it, something chronic is going to come up. It is a guarantee for everybody. And then that might just wipe you out. So you don't want that to happen. We have to manually do what our bodies used to do for us when we were really healthy and young and teenagers and loving life. And you can get back into that state by doing just some very simple practices. And one thing is understanding the gut and enzymes and probiotics. And I'm going to make this quick, and you can look at this when look deeper into it by talking to the person that got a hold of you or let you see this. But there's two types of protein in the world. There's muscle tissue protein, which is meat. So any type of meat, a dead animal, which, by the way, you shouldn't be eating, but if you're having a dead animal, well, then you're going to need 5 enzymes, digestive enzymes, and 1 probiotic. Don't let anybody kid you about when is the greatest time to take a probiotic. Some people are taking it in the morning, some take it in the afternoon, some are taking it in the evenings, and you're wasting your money because without food, a probiotic will never work. And if you got probiotics in a drink, in a mix, whatever, in powdered form, the minute you take that cap off, they're dead, and they will be dead within 72 hours. They die when they hit air, and they degrade. So don't fall for those type of situations as well. So probiotics need to be encapsulated, right? So you take these right before you eat. So if you look at your plate, there's 2 types of proteins in the world. There's muscle tissue protein, which is all these animals that people eat, cows, turkeys, chickens, all these things. And then there's straight flesh protein, which is everything from the water. So shrimps, crabs, lobsters, fish, tuna, scallops. If it's coming out of the water, that is straight protein. A salad is plant protein. So, and if you're having a shake, right? That's plant protein. So if you're having anything in this area where it's plant proteins and salads or any type of straight flesh protein, which is fish, anything that comes out of the water, three enzymes and 1 probiotic. So muscle tissue protein, 5 and 1, and you got to put those in your mouth before you eat because that's when your body did it. So that's, you want to mimic exactly what the body does. And then if we have straight flesh protein, right before you eat anything, 3, and then 1 goes in. And if you're trying to lose weight, or if you want to stay like super, super, super in shape and be really clean, better than nitric oxide is digestive enzymes right before you go to bed. I take 4 every time I go to bed. And what it does, you have 63,000 miles of capillaries, veins, and arteries inside the body. And, well, digestive enzymes. There's only one function these things do, and that is they digest. What does the enzyme do? It digests. So if you're taking them right during the day, then at night what's going to happen is you're going to go, these enzymes are going to get into the stomach and go, there's nothing here. He did everything properly. There's nothing down here. So then they expand, they dilate the capillaries, vessels, and arteries, which is great for alkalizing, allows a lot of oxygen to get where it needs to be, everywhere in the body. But then they have to do their work. There's nothing in the stomach to do, so they get into the bloodstream. They work like little Pac-Man, and then they see, maybe you had some muscle tissue protein, and here's some uric acid. Here comes the enzyme, chomp, 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 chomp. Maybe there's a little bacteria. Here comes the enzyme, chomp, 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 chomp. Maybe there's some mold. Uh-oh, let's go get it. Chomp, 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 chomp. That bad, you know what word? One of those cells is over there floating around. Chomp, chomp, chomp. It eats that up too. Or you might have cholesterol. If you got cholesterol issues, man, you should be taking these right before bed, because this will then, because all cholesterol is food, all right? So if people have bad cholesterol issues, that means food is leaching into your bloodstream. Well, this will digest it. And then we can move on to plaque and calcification in arteries, in the heart. That's just, plaque is food that hardened, and calcification is plaque that got even harder. So what you do is you regulate it. How do you do that? Take these every single night. And if you want to lose weight, oh my gosh, the best weight loss program you can have is right here, is alkalize and take enzymes. Guess what? Nothing can live in an alkaline environment. This is part of alkalizing right here, and it's beautiful. And again, I take 4 of these at night. So that's how we take the enzymes. That's how we take the probiotics. Don't take these at night before bed. They wouldn't work anyway. So these are just for meals, and you only take 1 of them, 3, 5, and then 4 before bed if that's what you choose. Have a great day. Thank you very much.